Let's get to Rick Santelli in Chicago with a look at markets and the economy with James Bianco. Rick?
Absolutely. We're going to play a little game of Mythbusters. I've given them 4 double espressos. We're going to go fast. All right, let's go. Number 1, the economy's doing great. And you say?
I don't know what measures they're looking at. If you look at economist measures, they're expecting 1.8% growth in the first quarter and 1.8% growth for 2013. And that's with an expectation of good housing numbers that are going to surprise the upside. 1.8% is not a good number. Anything over 2.5 is a good number. That's not good.
Earnings are doing very well. That should be the backbone of the stock market.
They're not doing very well if you look at consensus estimates. First quarter is expected to decline from a year ago. So we're looking at earnings contraction. Now you go out to the end of 2013, we're expecting 6 or 6.5% earnings growth, but that's down from 13% 6 months ago, and that number falls almost every week. These are not good numbers if you're expecting that the stock market's going up because earnings are getting better.
Most government intervention is to help the working poor, young people, lower class. Intervention is working to do that.
I wish it was the case. Let's take cash for clunkers, for example. 2 years ago, we had the program. What did it wind up doing? It pulled forward sales in the car market. It also took a lot of used cars off the market. Today, what we're seeing is the highest prices ever for used cars. Who buys a used car? Somebody who's of lesser income.
But these were the people they were trying to help. Students, young people, people that don't have, below the median income, and they're not being helped?
They're not being helped because of high used car prices. The average new car is $31,000. If you can't afford that kind of car and you want to pay $15,000 to $20,000, that's a used car. But the problem is they don't exist. Cash for clunkers has created a shortage in the used car market.
Austerity hurts. We have to avoid it at all costs.
Oh, boy, that's what everybody says all the time. And if you want to look at Europe, and we all hear about the arguments in Italy, let's look at Ireland. Ireland, when they went through their financial crisis 2 years ago, did everything the EU asked them, did all the austerity. They took the pain. And what's happening with the Irish economy? It's getting better. Their markets are performing better. They have lower interest rates than Spain and Italy. They went through all the pain that Spain and Italy refused to go through, and they're coming out the other side with stable unemployment, high but stable, not getting worse. An economy is doing better and much better markets right now.
I have 2 words for your assessment of Ireland. Eaton Corp. Do you remember last year where they announced they were going to move to?
They're moving to Ireland.
And unrealized profits by the shareholders are going to have to pay taxes. Now, what happens if many companies do this? Now, I know that it's very shameful to do things for tax purposes, although it seems as though everybody that was opposed to it jumped on the bandwagon as we approached the fiscal cliff. We even have a Treasury Secretary that was involved in many of those same issues. Why do we have anybody in Washington who's pushing corporations like Eaton Corp away to avoid what they look at as a rat's nest of tax policy?
You know, it's a mystery to me as well, too, because a lot of the companies that are moving to Europe and especially to Ireland for taxes, it makes a lot of sense why they're doing it. And unfortunately, we keep pushing them away and then we keep screaming when they leave.
Is our economy ready for a non-fossil fuel energy base?
No, it's not.
Wait, that's all. We're out of time. No, it's not. So then why would politicians push us in an area when we need jobs, knowing full well it's not ready to carry the load? Does that make any sense?
No.
Back to you, Carl.